Kind sir, might I steal your attention?
I'm not buying.
Ah, that is the thing. You won't waste a single mangear. I am a digger, you see, and I have heard of a dig site so deep it clogs your ears. I want to be there.
Why are you telling me this?
I have heard of a man recruiting for such a dig. A man with a scar, such as the one that you're hiding. And your boots are dirty with the deep clay I am so familiar with. Oh, I hope it wasn't too rude of me to point that out.
You have a good eye. And you just want to dig? Dig deep and that's it? What's the catch? Are you in desperate need of money?
Oh, there is no catch, sir. I won't even ask for advance pay. Just give me a shovel and I'll dig a hole like you've never seen.
Huh. Is that so? Well, I have to ask you an important question first. Would you be fine working for Brits?
Brits, of course. I like Brits. I like everything. Misa like everybody.
I am all for them.
Well, you say that, but can you prove it?
I'll sing you a very special song. God save our gracious queen.
Cut it! Or people here will make you their queen.
I can also speak in limericks.
Please don't. You might be a little bit weak in the head, but a natural-born digger with a keen eye is what we need. Take this permission slip and go to this address. The guard will let you in and check with the professor once you're there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, kind sir. Misa go to dig site now. Well, that was rather embarrassing.
Stop loitering and get inside.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, sir. Misa go inside. Alright. You know what? Let's keep the disguise. Alright, here we are at the dig site.
Talk to the professor first. He's
What?
the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Okay. The professor.
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's
Oh.
the smile? I'm
Um.
sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
How did you meet me?
Don't ask questions.
Uh.
You'll have to find the answers yourself. I'm not a nanny. I'm a busy man who is changing the course of history.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw...
Young man, you're disappointing me. I'd like to see a bright career for you as the best digger on the island. Don't ruin it. We'll talk when you find something useful.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
Yes.
The ivory bats. Everyone is looking forward to the grand opening.
Who told you this nonsense? Why would you contaminate history with this base desire for leisure? We are looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb. This is our goal,
of
to
course.
find the artifacts of the early Roman Empire. Let's continue. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything, always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look. to memorize my superior.
Yes, I shall do that now. Inconvenient, but continues to wear broken glasses. Thick notebook. Meticulous. Oh. Dirty clothes. Indifferent or poor. No ring. Unmarried. Elbow bruises, fresh and untended. Arthur Swift is either an archaeologist attempting to find the tomb of Vetus Lemonius on Cordona. He's using all of his resources to locate this ancient site, driven by an obsession to expand the knowledge of humankind. He does not care about his appearance, nor occasional wounds incurred during research, such as the injured elbow or his left arm. His life is documented in meticulous detail in a diary he treasures. Arthur Swift has sacrificed almost everything he has in a thankless attempt to uncover more about the past. Or he is old, poor, and cannot take care of himself, let alone afford new clothes or accessories. He entered the field of archaeology solely for financial reasons. His enterprise with Theodore Gilden was a ruse to fleece the rich man. At Arthur's age, the last chance he had to earn money was to find the tomb of the legendary legate. No, I doubt that. The way he carries himself, he doesn't care about the money. He wants the fame. And, I guess, the knowledge. There we go.
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed.
Yes, exactly.
Without that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
Yes, sir. Misa starts digging now. Oh?
Don't touch anything here. Get
Sorry!
to work.
Misa, sorry.
Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
Oh, I want one of these. Or two.
Titus and Vitus Conquest. Titus and Vitus Lemonius were legendary legates of the early Roman Empire, starting their military career to suppress the riots of the Bellovaci and Allobroges. They were the key commanders during the siege of Mutina and the Battle of Actium. With the new Emperor Augustus, the brothers received twin swords, presumably the ones previously belonging to Romulus and Remus. The brothers served as legates to conquer the Dalmatian and African provinces and were famous for their worship of minor gods. Titus honored Eurus, while his brother prayed to Zephyrus. Not much is known about the brothers except for the description by Pliny the Elder. Titus wore the skin of a lion with its head on the helmet, a tradition he picked up while being a signifier. A signifier? A signifier? Vitus held a shield large enough to cover the sky, though the exact locations of the tombs remain unknown. Historians know that Titus died in the spring of 10 AD, while Vitus in the autumn of 12 AD. Fascinating. Oh,
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
Let me warm my bones here.
what's this?
This reminds me of my father's room. A plan for this whole operation.
Oh, brother. Near the city of Corinth, British archaeologist Sir George Griffith. Near the city of Corinth, British archaeologist Sir George Griffiths has discovered the well-preserved tomb of a Roman legate general, AD, Titus Lamonius, owner of the legendary twin sword of Romulus, gifted by Augustus himself, first emperor of the Roman Empire, AD. In an exclusive interview, Sir George has described the find as a priceless addition to the history of humankind. The entrance was found by the removal of several blocks of soil around prominent statues, revealing the tomb. According to Sir George, the statues represent the life of Titus. A female statue, presumably a mother, holding a basket of fruits, looks to the west. Another female figure, perhaps Autumn, with a sickle in her hand, looks to the east. Sir George presumes that these statues are hidden allegories of Zephyrus, a minor god of the west wind, ED, and the other, Eurus, god of the east wind. All this being played in a circle with the statues of the two brothers Titus and Vitus. The achievements of the archaeologists have been acknowledged by the crown.
This might prove useful. I'll note it down.
I'm sure this will come in handy in some sort of statue aligning puzzle. Alright. Let's, maybe we can talk to him about it.
Take a shovel and dig.
No. Alright. I'm not gonna take a shovel, but I am gonna dig further into this. Oh. Excuse me. I didn't see you there, friend. Oh.
Somehow the text remains legible.
Vitus.
See if I remember my Latin.
Vitus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind. Right. Sickle.
A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons. A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife?
Oh.
There were 4 statues here originally.
I wonder what the 3 other statues look like.
Yeah, there we go. Are we gonna do a reconstruction now, or what? Okay. I guess maybe we'll come back to this later. I don't see anything else to investigate, so let's head back down here. What's this? Message in a bottle. Maybe.
Working and living by the sea. What a dream.
Yeah, well, we're not here to fulfill our dreams, John. We're here on investigation, so if you wouldn't mind picking up the pace, please. Oh. Aha.
Sharpest pickaxe. A guilty pleasure of the real archaeologist. Missing your Laura, Mr. Swift?
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
What do we have here? Oh. Oh. Oh my. Workers at the dig site found a statue with a lion helmet head. It originally lay on the pedestal closest to the beach, but someone kicked it over the edge. As a result, the statue broke, and the pedestal remains tilted.
I see now. Mr. Swift didn't realize the significance of the statues.
Statue of the lion's head, I'm guessing that's the statue of Vitus, right? So... Alright.
Daunting to see how deep the dig is.
Yeah. Hello? Oh. It's just a hole. And stuff. So if the statue is kicked over the edge, then... Oh! Hold on a minute, something new has popped up here. Okay, now we can do a reconstruction. Okay, so... Let me take another... let me, Where's the document? A female with a basket of fruits looking to the west. Another female with a sickle looking to the east. All of this being played in a circle with the statues of the two brothers. Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. So this is east, right? So, okay. Which one was which one was looking to the east again? The one with the fruits was looking to the west. But if it's being played in a circle, maybe she's over here. Or maybe not. Okay, let's go with this, I guess. Okay, so the lady with the sickle was definitely here. She's looking eastward, so that means that the lady with the fruits is here, and she was looking westwards. Oh, and the statue with the lion head was kicked over the edge, which leaves the other brother, Titus. There we go, it's a circle. Right? Let's see. Aha.
Things in place. Now, Let's see what this has to tell us.
It tells us that, what did it say? There was like a puzzle or something. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep. He is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind. Right. So the location of the tomb is... So this is the brother. And, oh? What? Hello? 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 Okay, Vitus is being guarded by his brother. His brother is Titus. Titus is the one with not the lion head. Who else is he being guarded by? The autumn wind. Okay. Meaning her. So it's somewhere around here. What? If do I oh, it's downstairs. Okay. And okay, it's here.
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
Yes. We found it. Now what? Mr. Swift is engrossed in the discovery. I can use this opportunity to investigate his workbench. Oh, okay. So we just go upstairs then. Time to go work all day. Search for artifacts. Hey. Alright. What's this?
A box of darts. Handy against rodents of all kinds.
Two of them appear to have been used. Tusks and Trunks, the zoological bestseller, provides the most rigorous scientific description of the elephant. It is almost encyclopedic in its analysis of the creature's life, both in the wild and captivity. One crucial chapter describes the elephant's mating season, in which they become extremely dangerous. Furthermore, the book features guidance on how to communicate and interact with the big mammal. Is the dart filled with some sort of what's that called? It's like the thing that makes the animals all randy, if you will. It's not an anesthetic. It's there's a word for it. Anyway. A personal diary owned by Arthur Swift. He describes in considerable detail his personal life and research. More importantly, it tells of a dispute between the archaeologist and Theodore Gilden over the dig site. Day 1224. Theodore always uses his wealth to shut down complaints. I'd rather he bought a brain with more jurification, so that he were smart enough to see the bigger picture. Not everything revolves around your darn elephant. I have only a few months before he will commence construction. He even lacks the imagination to build something beautiful. Ivory baths. The mundanity. I must think, lest our invaluable history be buried by the inconsequential. My, Mr.
Take over my research, are you?
Uh.
I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
No.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I
Oh.
would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation. When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago, we discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many.
Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me. Will you allow me to return to my research? Or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet.
I'm a busy man. I've nothing to add.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me, Mr. Holmes.
Of course.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself from captivity, from Theodore. It was a gilded cage that was predestined to break.
I see.
I've nothing to add.
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more. I've nothing to add.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend of hers. That girl always has her head in the clouds. I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
Away with the fairies, was he?
That's one way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated.
It's an interesting take on that.
I've nothing to add. I've nothing to add.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about.
Right.
I've nothing to add.
As far as I can tell, you're a man of the academic world, so this book about Nabe and Laura is just an empirical stud?
What? That nonsense? I'd prefer to lose my eyesight than read such trash.
So, you know nothing about it?
I know nothing. I wish I'd never heard of it in the first place, this caricature of science.
Do I hear traces of envy? You're still relatively young that you might find your own Laura.
Perhaps I envy Nabe, for I cannot simply blow people up for distracting me. That's all. You happy now? Wonderful.
Slightly.
Moving on. Moving on.
What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal, such as an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it.
With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there.
Right, of course.
You have a weakness for nostalgia? Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
But the writer of the text can.
Yes. Well, that appears to be it for now. Time to find Imogen's pirate partner. Hey there, friend.
Do you know anything about this?
That's a question I can answer.
Paul missed the race, and no one has seen him since morning. He might be in his room in the workshop south of the yacht club. Oh dear. Would this happen to be his workshop? I'm gonna assume it is, since it's open and unoccupied. Alright, so we don't need this photo anymore. Now we need to solve the mystery of where... what was his name again? Paul. We need to solve the mystery of where Paul is. Oh. The champions. Storage. Oh,
We can become pirates and show them what should be stored in here.
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
You should have a warning to cover your ears.
is that what it sounds like? Oh, sis. Hey, I almost missed that.
Sails of hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Hey, a word about the trilogy.
Right then, you literary expert, you, what was so important about these books? Or do you simply need some kindling?
It's inspirational. I have a plan. Are you listening?
I wish I wasn't, but
Go
I
on.
am.
So, we catch a monkey, a langur, for example, then we extract some blood.
What? Why?
It will make us forever young, Sherry. Page 127 of the second book.
Oh, I am so done with this.
No, wait. Then how about we make a wax statue?
I've stopped listening, John.
Thanks for that, John. Always helpful. Yeah, make sure to write that down in your stupid diary. Oh. Fresh liqueur lair.
Champions Whirlpool. Pool's bread and butter.
Oh. There's some paint. Residue. That could lead to something. In the meanwhile, though, we still have the workshop for ourselves to explore. Maybe. Or maybe that's all it has to offer. Oh. Maybe it is then. Okay. So we track down the paint. Oh. Going back here. More paint. I'm assuming there's a point to this, to tracking down the paint. Oh. Hold on a minute.
Bloodied bandages. Is someone being hurt?
Where would a champion hide a key?
There we go. Crack in the door frame, currently empty. What does that mean? Currently empty. Can I, like, kick the door down, or... oh? Often used, full of nails. Okay, oh. Slightly crooked, recently moved. Is that blood?
I hope Paul is more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys. Bloodied bandages.
Huh.
To earn big, you have to spend big.
Some sort of construction blueprint, something. A hammer, an empty envelope. Oh no, not empty. You gumless gilly wetfoot. You think you can leech off my family, steal my money, exploit my daughter? This ends today. Your career is over. I shall give you one final warning. If you refuse to cooperate, you'll find yourself in deep water. Gilden.
Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty.
Question is, was dear old Paul afraid of getting his hands dirty or not? Salacia Bookmakers. Tournament race. Whirlpool to win. Total stake 100. Total winning 600.
Additional earnings to sweeten the victory.
You do not get to back out of our deal. You do not get to... something. We need you to get fresh water, fresh waves for our tea party. If you have any questions, the boys will be keeping an eye on you at the race.
An interesting place for a message to a champion.
Interesting, yeah, indeed. That's the word for it.
Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Oh, would you look at that? More of these pest darts.
A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs.
And 2 are missing. Isn't that convenient?
Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving. An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these.
Too ordinary a room for a champion. There's no incentive to put in any effort.
Well, now what? Oh, suspicious notes. You do not get to leave on a whim. We need you to get us fresh leaves for our tea party. Oh. Oh, it's code for something. Okay. Let's maybe go back inside, or what are we supposed to do about this? Alright, let's start connecting some of the dots here. The victim's body took a heavy beating, sustaining multiple injuries that ultimately proved fatal. Male elephants experience a mating season. Must, I don't know what that means, which made Goliath extremely aggressive and dangerous. Oh. Darts. Bruises. Threatening. Partnership ended. Try. Okay. A bosun's knife was left near the shed by an unknown person. This type of knife is used to cut ropes. A witness fell on the shed after the incident with Goliath. The unknown person may well be injured from the fall. Like an injury on the elbow? Partnership between Theodore Gilden and Arthur Swift has been dissolved. Mr. Swift and Mr. Gilden's business partnership was full of hardships and disagreements over the land and its treasures. Okay. Alright. Arthur Swift has dedicated his life to studying the history of humankind. He may not have been willing to see that end. Arthur may have received his injury while falling on Gilden's shed. There was a witness to the chaos on Gilden's property. They had dropped their knife and may have injuries from the fall. Alright, but none of this helps us continue our investigation. Okay, so there's some suspicious people that have sent There's been some suspicious people who sent a suspicious note to Paul, telling him that they'll be keeping an eye on him, and that they need leaves for their tea party. Now, I don't know exactly what to do with that information, but the game seems to think that I do know what to do with the information. And that's not good. Oh, okay. A tea caddy, not smeared. What does that mean?
A typical tea tin.
Queen's Breakfast Blend Tea. That doesn't look like tea.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Yes.
Oi.
Oh.
Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes, a friend of our mutual acquaintance, Miss Imogen.
Look, you artichoke. Imogen has no friends. Except for me.
If you must try to insult people, it's better to know the meanings of the words that you're using.
You fancy you could teach a sailor to swear? Go ahead. Show me how inventive you are.
Stand still for a moment.
Alright. Let me observe you, and then I'm gonna roast the crap out of you. As the kids say. You smell like you farted. Bandaged arm, payback or accident. Wide hips and thighs, a developed female body. Well, well, well. Okay then. Let's take a closer look. Oh. Okay, fine. Hit something hard, swollen elbow. Both have swollen elbows. Interesting. Paul Perks is a woman who disguises herself as a man to achieve a higher social position. Or he's a man with a smooth Adam's apple and wide hips. I mean, it's possible, right? I don't know. I'm not an expert on anatomy, but you know. I'm just saying, if that's a woman, that's a very manly looking woman, which I guess for the time isn't something that surprising. Anyway, regardless, is Perks a professional yachts woman or a professional smuggler? She puts all of her effort into sports, even though it comes with the occasional accident on the open sea. Bruises and an injured arm are badges of honor in this dangerous sport. She is a fearless yachtswoman and will not give it up, even when it costs her. And yet that is a man's prerogative. I see no reason to disclose to anyone otherwise. Or does she use her career in yachting as a cover to smuggle goods for various gangs on Cordona? Her injured arm reflects the dangerous nature of her life. Despite her fearless exterior, she is frequently in trouble due to her connections with the criminal underworld. And yet she has earned a place in that world as Paul. I see no reason to disclose to anyone otherwise. It seems to me Paul is more likely to have killed or caused the death of Mr. Gilden than Arthur. That's just my opinion, though. Unfortunately, it is my opinion that matters, so...
So, a woman wishes to become a real criminal, and smuggling is a stepping stone towards that? Is there not enough prestige in yachting? Or is it easier to compete with other fools like yourself? Everyone has a starting pistol, just shoot and run.
Don't say a word. I don't know where you're getting half of this nonsense, but you're on some thin ice here that I'm willing to crack.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's get the party started.
I'm coming for you.
Oof. Eesh.
I'm coming.
You're coming? Please keep that away from me. I don't want to know that.
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Overcome him. Don't rush.
I'm coming.
The snuff's ready.
There we are.
No more crime for you until next month.
Oh. Who's there? Whew. Ha.
Time to knock. No, you killed him.
Whatever, John. You're not real. Shut up.
He's all yours now. Go for it. Hey, you could have kept him alive. You can overcome the...
Take this!
Whoa.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
There we go. Simple as that.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
Paul? You alright, mate? Where'd you go? Outside, I'm guessing, then? Hello? Hello, hello? Paul? You alright, mate? Where'd you run off to, mate? Paul? Paul?
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
You've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
Right.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
This business of yours, you should be more careful. Ruining your life at such a young age is ridiculous.
I am careful. Except for you, no one has noticed where I store the smuggled goods. If the police arrive, there's no link to me. It's common storage, not exclusively mine.
Right. Couple more things I've got for you.
I don't know what this means. I'm clueless.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Right.
I don't know what you're suggesting. I'm clueless. I don't know what you're suggesting. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means.
A. Swift. Are you
Oh.
familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that Cortona has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination. What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
I see. And he mentioned that it's mating season.
I don't know what you're suggesting.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
But you know what it is. Interesting.
I don't know what this means. I don't know what you're suggesting.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it.
I thought
These
so.
darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
Aphrodisiac. That's the word I was looking for. Could it be possible that if either Paul or Arthur know about elephants acting a little bit more violently during mating season, could it be possible that one of them threw a dart full of aphrodisiac at the elephant, and the elephant just started running onto the wild looking for a mate, killing Theodore in the process.
I don't know what you're suggesting. I'm clueless.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most
Oh,
about her?
I've seen better.
Naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
Indeed.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist.
I don't know what you're suggesting. I don't know what you're suggesting.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
Well, that's good.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words, or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
I suppose you could call it that. Alright?
Too ordinary a room for a champion.
Oh.
There's no
You don't have any
incentive to
comment
make the
on
effort.
all the things we've just discovered? Okay. Alright, John. So. There's a lot of things here to unpack, if you will. Alright, so Paul's elbow injury may have been sustained by falling on Theodore Gilden's shed. Theodore Gilden was highly motivated to destroy Paul's career and well-being, even going so far as to hire criminals. Goliath is dangerous right now, but may prove valuable to the case. I need to lure him out by exploiting his lust. How do I do that? He is presently in heat, which I can take advantage of to lure him out. I have an idea how to do just that, but we'll need several items. Sturdy gray fabric that can hold gas, an instrument to mimic an elephant's trumpeting call, a strong scent to attract the animal. I've seen fabric for doll making at the dig site. The foghorn from the boat workshop can attract or deter large vessels. It may be of help. The perfume from Theodore's office can help if I extract pheromones from it. Let's extract pheromones from it. Since we're here. Okay. Chemical operation is addition. So can we link 3 things together? No, only 2 things. Oh, okay, and then we do this. Aha, man. Chemistry is so fun, isn't it? Wonderful. Alright, so I've extracted the pheromones. I just need the foghorn and the fabric from the dig site. Well, I'm here at the workshop, so let me just go and grab the foghorn.
It might fool an elephant.
And then we'll go back to the dig site.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed.
He must have been. Mustn't he have been?
This fabric will work.
Mrs. Neely seemed to know her sewing inside out. I bet she missed us.
I hope Miss Nini won't misunderstand me. Good day, madam. I've come to you with a special requirement. The tailors on the street can't help me, I'm afraid. Could you make a doll for me?
Oh, Signor Holmes. You taught the police how to do their job, and they found the thief. Of course I will help you. But what sort of doll? A child's doll, such as my great niece might play with?
A little larger than your typical doll.
Signore, I don't understand. Boy, girl, animal, and what color?
Animal, a passionate, perhaps amorous animal.
Oh, Signore, you talk in riddles. I am an old lady who's seen it all. Tell me what you need.
I need a life-size elephant.
I think Mrs. Neely outdid herself with this one. Is that a tail?
That's a trunk, John, but I must agree with you that it's her masterpiece.
Well, let's not waste any time.
Alright then. With that in hand, I think it's finally time to come face to face with Goliath.
You aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door.
I've nothing to say about this. I don't have any thoughts on this.
Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me.
Right. Yes, if only. Alright, here we go.
The game is on.
So, what's the plan? I hope it all doesn't go horribly wrong.
We know that the elephant is seeking a female. We can arrange that. A doll with the appropriate scent might do miracles.
So, you're a marriage broker. Well, I suppose that makes me a groomsman. Oh, she is a bit breezy, I must say.
Well, Goliath is eager for a single female elephant in his area. It should be just enough for his taste. You'll need to trust me.
Are we ready? I can't stand the tension.
We're ready. Let's call the elephant.
I'd bet he's into the submissive type.
How could anyone resist?
Let's tease him now.
I knew a lady once who said just that.
Right.
Too bad I'm not an elephant.
Oh. Salacious.
Take your time, Sherry.
Alright, I'm getting impatient now.
That deserves a slap. And then a kiss.
And here's our lovesick friend.
Oh. Oh my. What do we have here? Oh. Or at least he's happy
Is
now.
the meaning of this?
Oh,
Why are you bringing it here? I won't allow you to leave it.
hold on a
I
minute.
assure you that it is only a temporary measure. It won't be long until the elephant is gone, I promise you.
Yeah. We just need to ask him a couple of questions. Yes. So, Mr. Goliath. Now, who did this to you?
While running through the forest.
Oh, okay.
Peaceful and compliant, almost a gentleman.
Yes, almost. Oh,
The left tusk is larger and more worn. You're a left-tusked elephant.
oh. Is that blood? That's a dart. Ah.
There's something in the needle.
What is it? What's in the needle?
A feathered fletching. This might be promising.
Maybe a little chemical analysis? Perhaps? There we go. An unknown substance. Let us begin. Oh, dear Lord, what is this? Okay, so, here's the deal. We're just gonna lay out everything on the table here. We need 3 of this, and we need -3. So we do this. There we go. Alright. I thought it was going to be more complicated. Strychnine. An amount that could kill a human, but not enough to topple such a large animal. It most likely aggravated the elephant, causing a fit of rage and burst of strength. But each box has 2 darts missing, not 1. That can't be a coincidence. Alright, time to go into the Mind Palace. Both Arthur Swift and Paul Perks had the means to shoot the elephant with a dart. But who did it? Were they trying to protect Theodore? By shooting at the elephant? I doubt that. It's clearly an attempt to rile him up. Now, did it work? Or did the elephant just kill him and someone happened to shoot him? Alright. I think we're sticking to the provoking theory. But the real question is, who was at the crime scene? I'm guessing Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, that means Paul is our killer. Paul used an air gun with a poison dart to provoke the elephant. Agitated and scared, the animal attacked Mr. Gilden. With Theodore gone, there is no one to stop Paul from being with Imogene. Now, do we free Goliath and arrest Paul, or place the blame on Goliath? No, no, no. Even if Paul is innocent, I'm not gonna kill Goliath. He didn't deserve any of this. No, he's under arrest. Paul is an egotist with no regard for the lives of others, who has built an entire career on lies and deception, and orchestrated the death of Theodore Gilden using his own pet. Cordona will be safer without Paul roaming free. And that's the end of that. Alright, Paul, you're coming with me.
Did it feel good killing Theodore Gilden after the humiliation and threats?
What? I thought you were blaming Goliath for that.
No, I think you killed Theodore Gilden. Goliath is, unfortunately, a victim of circumstance.
I'm far better than to kill Gilden. Believe me.
Well, I don't.
You were at the crime scene at the precise moment when Gilden died.
I was not. I was visiting the doctor after the attack on me.
Ah, of course, where no one saw you. That's an inconvenience. But in any case, the person who was there met the rage of the elephant. One was struck by the gate with such impact that they were thrown into the shed. The knife fell out. The bruises on your elbow match the contour of the hole in the shed.
But I told you where my bruises came from.
And I heard you, but you didn't catch my words. A bosun's knife was found there, a very specific tool commonly used in your field.
That's only your assumption. I was never there. I mean, I was, but not when this happened.
Right. What about this, then?
You see, I managed to capture the elephant. Goliath had a dart stuck in his hide, similar to the ones that you used to kill rodents. My guess is that you used Goliath. A dart can kill a mouse or human, but for an elephant it's not enough. Strychnine is a powerful stimulant and convulsant. Once the drug was in the bloodstream, Goliath became extremely agitated and so blinded by the flow of energy that he killed his owner.
And my dart is responsible for that. I'd rather use my hands.
Yes, there would have been fewer variables, but after the attack on you, your condition didn't allow for a direct confrontation. So, you used what you had.
That's not what happened. Anyone might have the same set of darts as I do. They're not expensive.
But not everyone knew Theodore and had access to his property. I can understand why you killed Mr. Gilden. He saw you with his daughter. He checked up on you, yachtsman, smuggler, and a woman. He went so far as to hire some thugs to attack you. Theodore knew your weakness, your career. He forced you into a corner. You're a survivor. You were prepared for the worst, but Theodore surpassed even your worst-case scenario. So you responded accordingly.
I've earned everything myself. Every victory, every trophy, every mangir. I achieved all of it without murder. I don't need to kill in order to win.
And you weren't afraid that he would reveal your secret to the owner of the yacht club or your competitors?
I can control my fear. Trust me, I wouldn't have become a professional athlete otherwise.
Well, I don't, so...
I revealed many truths and lies concerning Gilden. One banal fact is that he was a bitter and angry man who acted according to his own desires and impulses. Such people are dangerous. They are unpredictable and value their own comfort more than anything and anyone. The same as you, Paul.
Are you out of your mind?
You're a gambler, smuggler, and actor. You indulge your self-importance. Such egocentricity and impulsivity is frightening. I won't allow you to play with someone else's life. You are under arrest.
Wait. At least tell Imogen. Tell her where I am.
I think she deserves a space without you. I've heard you can gamble on racing in prison, only it's rat racing. No yachts. Goodbye, Paul.
Why did you pick my Paul? Out of all the people on this island. Just when I needed someone I could rely on.
Believe me, I
Well,
I found the true murderer. Would you really choose to live with the person who took your father's life?
You took away the pillar I was relying on. Paul was my only hope. You've destroyed it.
It was Paul who destroyed it, not me. I was merely the fact-checker who discovered the real culprit. And now about that elephant.
Oh yes, Goliath. You did nothing about it. I had to deal with it. Fortunately, there was a real man wanting to help me. He agreed to buy Goliath and relocate him to his property.
I suppose I must congratulate you.
I'd rather you leave. But first, here are my father's belongings. Some of them have information about your mother. Take them and leave me be.
I appreciate it, Miss Gilden. I assure you, I only wanted to find the true perpetrator.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you found a convenient scapegoat. Goodbye.
I truly hope you meet more honest people in the future. Take care.
alright. What do we have here? A letter from Violet to Theodore Gilden. My dear Theodore, you know I value our friendship more than most other bonds. We share the same restless soul, and your acceptance and support in trying times has been a blessing. I am endlessly grateful for the turn of fate that saw Siger and I join the same expedition as you. It changed my life for the better. Nevertheless, I am not blind nor a hypocrite. I know that your feelings towards me have deepened. Forgive me, Theodore, but I do not feel as you do. I must spare you the pain of one-sided love before it's too late. Please see enclosed the necklace you so thoughtfully gifted in remembrance of our adventure together. I cannot in good conscience continue to wear it. I know this letter will cause you such hurt, and for that I can but apologize deeply. Yet my heart is with Siger, who is still unaware of your desires. If this sees the end of our friendship, I will understand. But I truly hope we can continue to share this conversation. The conversations, collaborations, and kindnesses that have brought me such joy all these years. Yours respectfully, Violet. Okay. So she put Teddy in the friend zone. So it's good to know.
My mother always wore this around her neck until one day it disappeared. I was wondering where it went. She said it was a birthday present from a good friend.
Yes. Theodore, I'm assuming. Oh?
I just had another glimpse of a memory, John. It's fuzzy, but I'm sure it happens somewhere in the manor.
Finally moving forward. Shall we go?
Not right now. I have some other things to do first.